Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
Developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
Developments now we nation salon.
We are independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know about salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left there.
We no go left nothing there no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
Developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
Developments now we nation salon.
This na the team them where we dey talk, but
Sierra Leone political history.
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
And we let peace and better salon.
Indeed, we like we serve and better salon. Today, now the 26th day of February, 2 days to go for the month's end. That's why I go take welcome now to this 4th edition of the program, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show, live from we 48 Shaka Stevens Street address and through we Facebook and YouTube channel. Your name now Elizabeth Kefoigembe. Today inside the show, we don't see how to Sierra Leoneans and call on security breach and to the nation or the one day winner the Master Sabi one day and talk and say na way for maintain peace. Therefore, this morning I will get inside the studio out of 2 press releases, one from the Civil Society Coalition for Civil Society Activists. Jas Mambo will join me inside the studio where we will talk about why they decide to pull out that press release. It come forward and say certain things then the way the government for don't do without they not left the thing go unattended. But again, a look at and say we on side, it contradicts itself. First talk of intervention and secondly it talk about peace. Also, I will be joined by the Minister of Information, where now in the Master Sabi person where they talk for the government. Instead pull a press release. This press release here, it come and confirm say yes. Now flag where according to the Guineans then they feel like saying at their own place, then go root out with flags. So the question we'll go ask is our sovereignty under threat? You within your house, you will be part of the conversation through Facebook and YouTube channel with sending your text message with number official line 0769469448. This number there on WhatsApp and also on the regular text message. You'll be part of the conversation with Civil, answering of question or sending you question where the studio guests then go accept. But in the meantime, this morning, we don't forget Air Commander inside the phone line, on the phone line, make it tell we exactly waiting they go on currently or waiting don't happen na the Guinea border. Of recent, waiting at the latest. Wanna stay tuned as this now Unity Broadcasting with a live from we 48 Shaka Stevens Street. We go on the phone line with Air Commando. Wanna stay tuned. All right, whilst we await the Air Commando for join the studio, for join me on the studio, Okay, Air Commando don't join on the studio. Good morning and welcome to Unity Broadcasting, sir.
Good morning, madam. Good morning. Air Commodore, as you say, glad you forget to be on your studio. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Unity Broadcasting via online television through the phone line. So, Air Commando, as of yesterday, we see una sent fact-finding mission Falaba District. For listeners and viewers where they watch right now and the one that we get for watch thereafter where they listen, please, I want to give you the current situation of waiting at the process we then get from Falaba.
Okay, so the current situation is that situation not change in terms of on the ground of Falaba, but in terms of behind the scene or out of Falaba, so many things they go on. A whole government approach whereby a fact-finding team don't be put together. The fact-finding team, as we talk now, and then at the area, they try to put the pieces of the puzzles together so that they will able to advise government how to pursue the diplomatic option. In Fambulem, I know that the ways they will be done they use for solving infractions here, a diplomatic option, and that option would still continue with. And the people we understand they don't carry and go na them brigade head in your own military setting. They beyond the unit will take part for the activity. So we don't send them back to the headquarters. And I go assure Fambul and say these people then okay, then will be okay because then the kind of momentum where the team don't take now. Now government to government get for resolve them and are two diplomatic means. And in the diplomatic or military world, for the one that we know, or you ask the security or defense experts or diplomatic experts then go tell you say the level where this don't take now, even the Guinea man, they're not go treat the people them bad because not of our war engaged, they're not of prisoners of war. Then we get what we call law of armed conflict, where they guide how they take care of people them where can be involved in situations like this. So then SSL go on for 3 days in the way so that tomorrow we'll go lay and complain somewhere or we'll go ask for let them arbitrate between we and them. So they expect to get good treatment from them and let them come back. So now make we talk to we family. Let them continue for get restraint, low exercise restraint, low calm down, low monitor the situation, and if we get any information from any side, we will keep them informed.
All right, somebody go one for no if the soldier man is still there in detention.
The word detention, we can put it in context, but all I want to say is that they're still there with them. And they with them.
All right, Air Commando, the other thing we been look very outstanding at that. Then we soldier man them is sit on ground. Are they considered prisoners of war or why exactly they been in the ground?
As far as we know, and according to the international law, law of armed conflict, these people not prisoners of war. We don't know which make them pin them go, but we don't come against that vehemently. We don't can clear through we defense attaché, and I'm sure through we foreign affairs as well that this is unacceptable. Therefore, release them unconditionally. But whatever situation they find themselves, this is something where military personnel we train for. Then we able to resist them. Then we able resist them. Then we able until they're able to repatriate them.
The ordinary Sierra Leone go wonder if not to Mokofe, then one day they go fain, where they end up for go na the border, usai according to the Guineans, then na then you side. You don't hear things like that, or na something like that happen.
No, as well. Mokofe, may understand the way I get about Mokofe is that. Go take money for do something illegal. That is not the case. The situation is that these people in our border, now then they provide security in our border, and then a part of the border management system, where we get the military and the police, and we even get the local community. We get local community, the security system through the chiefdom security. The security architecture in Sierra Leone clear. A part of this architecture, then people here, the way they know the border, when something happen, they report them. But who side then they, that Kalayeri and the border, are far small. So at that border, they, and need for the information. And who side then they far. So then this people help them for do this, not that make them do this.
All right, but again, Falaba na a district where the former presidents na in being get on for we or establishing. For say, wanna not be no, or the government not be no say not to Sierra Leone parts where then go take them because the Guinean and they say na their own side then, Commando.
You know, say you just like two picking them for one, for two picking them for one mama, for one daddy. If they go, they don't make a confusion. Then they come back to them, Papa. All man they claim and counter claim. It's not exactly that happen. Well, we fact finding team and they own, therefore no safe. Then therefore go find out. Then when they don't find out, then we'll go no. There is no way this thing will be resolved if they don't know what exactly at the current situation on the ground. We'll therefore find out and know if really inside Salome or inside Guinea. We the claims in our own place, then say the claim based on the press release that they put. So it's a matter of now, Lord just gets more patient. The technical, the professional people and the correct instrument they will use or the correct institution system, then go find out, then know, and then we engage. Mind you, if I just like make family know and I lay them fear. We get border management system na Salon, then get border management system na Guinea. These two border management systems then get for meet and discuss and continue to resolve border infractions.
All right, now the people of that particular area go look frightened, especially when they don't hold them security guards then off from them. How the security and whether they secure them currently?
I want to assure the people of Sierra Leone, say, in as much as it don't happen, we always continue to protect the territorial integrity. ASLAP as well as national security architecture, we get a mandate for protecting the borders. We still continue to do that. This is not just an infraction. Beyond this, we still have to continue to do that. And the good thing is, in this whole process, we involve the people of that community, the chiefs them, influencers them from that involved. So we don't mobilize. We declare for mobilize the chiefs from that community. Now they get this discussion. The people in the salon and the people are the same people. In fact, they got one organization where people from both countries then belong to. This all now outfits them all go for use for resolve this problem.
All right, lastly, cyberbullying, the thing where we own governments don't pass the law. And having the soldier man or officials then sit on the ground as people then they watch on the screen. Now, we consider and say, now, bully them. As a sovereign nation, waiting at the steps we want to get for take with regards to that humiliation where we soldier man then get.
You know, the last time we govern with cyberbullying for Salon. But then get the international one where we foreign affairs get for use for engage. Like I tell you no more. With foreign affairs and then foreign affairs, they in engagement now. We don't engage the ambassador now, then say don't engage with your ambassador. So these are all the issues them where we get for go. We fact finding them get for flag and where would they do engagements, would they engage on them. But this is unacceptable. You cannot do that. But we get for make clearly understand so that in the future we preempt and then can't hear they not happen, prevent them not happen. That is the best we can do.
All right, any final word to the nation? All right, that's not Air Commando. We just talked to we. Unfortunately, you're not able to give we in final word. The program now, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. I will be joined by two studio guests. One, Chasmambu, and the other one, get for be the Honorable Minister of Information. We na the Master Sabi person where they talk for the government. And as of now, na in one green get rights for talk about waiting they go on. According to information yesterday, where I get from the police media one, that's why send they wait for the fact-finding mission for camp. Now only the Minister of Information and that of the military commander now then get right for talk about this. On a stay tuned, we will take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we go usher in with first guest. Stay tuned.
Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079 80 4047 074 982 Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079 83 4047 074 982 Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet.
Welcome back to the program now, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. I just be joined by Chasmambu. Chasmambu na a civil activist. Then pull out a very strong press release where they condemn the activity of waiting happen in Guinea. A day after tell we why then decide for pull out that press release, the way forward, and waiting as some of the solutions where they give out. It go further and talk say this Sidon way with Sojaman them is Sidon yanda a very embarrassing. And to Ram, we look at and say two of in statements then look contradicting. So but we go come and clarify, that as that's not the public cry. So good morning and welcome to Unity Broadcasting, Mr. Chasmambu.
Good morning, Unity. We are all in unity. Thank you very much. And we hope we shall remain united as a united country and united people.
All right, so Chasmambu, as CSO, Guinea and Sierra Leone are sister country, but from 2019 or 2020, the younger issue don't start. You feel say this government they play a passive role or it seems to solve the situation?
Yeah, well, thank you. Definitely, younger issue not start in 2019. Younger issue starts just by the end of the war. The background is very simple. We not be get dispute with Guinea, the Republic of Guinea-Conakry, before and during the war. But at some point of the war, by them, late General Lansana Conte be the president na Guinea-Conakry, the NPF rebels then where them be there under Castello na Liberia, then be joined with RUF rebel then where they become for Hamburg, Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean. So which I younger day it cross as you cross the Makona River, you are entering into Nongoa where they inside Guinea. And at that same axis now they also join Guinea, Sierra Leone and Liberia join. So 1 or 2 times they rebel them, the RUF and the NPF, they try for cross that end for attack Guinea. So that because the Guinean government led by Lansana Conte then general for let them send Sujaman then at that place there. And then Sujaman then where they can then really be do well, then help Sierra Leone for drive up the rebel at that point. But generally, I want let me fumble the no say. when we war begin in 1991, March 23rd, the Republic of Guinea, now then I be the first foreign country where the then president of Sierra Leone, General Joseph Saidi Momo, be called on the president for letting assist. Some of we within Daru, when we own hometown, Kailan district, we side the war, begin from Bumaru. Now then are the first people then, where they come for help with for fair this fair. And Republic of Guinea Army, they be done day in Sierra Leone up to the end of the war. Then lost beaucoup people then. And they do a lot of great sacrifices for save Sierra Leone as a country and as a people. We always don't tell them plenty thinking. But along those sides, when the rebel then begin attack Guinea from Yenga, Guinean they send their troops then they. So they cross, up to Kwendu for let them drive the rebel then they. And during that time and up to the end of the war, they be don't see down yonder now. So we be the fit say when the war done in 2002, like how we late President Ahmed Kababi pronounced the Guinean forces na Yenga therefore don't return back na their country, then go cross over the river. Unfortunately, then na that territory will belong to Sierra Leone for quite some time. And then sit down there for long, and they give this background for people that way they may not be long get the chance for understand actually how Guinea managed enter into Sierra Leone. First they enter for safe way, and then do one up to the end of the war. Plenty of them picking they be died, and Sugaman they be died naya. After which when they be don't drive the rebel they sit down Yenga, will be the first them for don't turn back after the end of the war, and we tell them thank you. And I will really tell part from the government of President Ahmed Tidiane, President Anes Bai Nkrumah, and President Bill, plenty thank you, because in any of their engagement, then they really recognize the people of Guinea as people that who they live in one country, one people, because we are all the same, But after the war now, the Guinean forces, they're not going to go. So many other talk, waiting we hear it later. They say that territory later, then get up. So from that time, they be done sit down there. But around, after a lot of pressure, local and international, there was a time when three of the presidents from under President Anes Bai Nkrumah, Helen Johnson Sirleaf na Liberia, and then President Guinea, they all be meeting at Kwendu. They signed a memorandum of understanding about that place. So they declare the place a buffer zone. So which means no Sugaman, both from Sierra Leone and Guinea, not for Dede. Some of what they talk so will be Dede, where they sign the agreement with the Kwendu. And nobody making tell anybody, nobody not don't visit that end day. Apart from Woodard and Comots, now the trick is see from Freetown past some of us. Because we get what you would call the Free Younger campaign, who don't run on for the last 15 or more years. Where they engage the government of Guinea, government of Sierra Leone, and our colleagues, civil society in that end. So after that buffer declaration, Guinea really we withdraw. Then pull the armor tanks, then heavy military equipment and other things. The day where then they do the begin of the withdrawal and up to the day, just Mambo should also be there. I even cross now the ferry with one of the armor cars then up to Guinea, because then be also one for level really say they don't accept what the three presidents say, so they be don't turn back, But the place was a buffer zone, and even when they turn back, yes, still they maintain military presence because now a border. They maintain military presence in that place there. But now their own side of the river. So we say our own security forces, they say no can sit on na Yenga. Then can a bit far away from the Yenga town itself. But each one of them be they look at that place. Until 2019, unfortunately, what we see back under the we see the Guinean forces then cross back into that place. And when they crossed back na Yenga, this time round they came also with heavy force, just like they be do during the war. And for the first time in the history of that place, and the palaver where they between we and Guinea for that place, Guinea really be done construct now a military barracks, he equipped them, he put soldier man, then he put all kind of military equipment, then sit down at that place there. So this always be done, they get to worry, and some of we done there at the forefront for campaign for the freedom of Yenga. In fact, what see them be don't do now, this the people of Yenga, the Yenga village itself. When they dispute be there originally, the Guinean soldier they don't go na the Yenga village, but now they don't even can take over the Yenga village. Then don't drive with people. Then they, as we they talk, the people of Yenga and the environment, they don't turn internally displaced persons then na Kwendu and then some other areas where they na that place. They were very pathetic.
All right, CSO, we don't see Yenga issue not solved as of this recent, but again. Of recent, when a few days ago, we don't see another attack on Calabar. You feel say this gets anything where it is signify again?
Yeah, no, it gets. Now that means when we get the report day before yesterday up to midnight at the Coalition of Civil Society, we call an emergency meeting and at that prompt we for draw up a press release where we address them to both the government of Sierra Leone and the government of Guinea. Because what we hear and we see and they confirm, both Guinea and Sierra Leone government confirm the arrest of Sierra Leonean soldiers then. Now what the Guinea then they do, na Yenga, now they spill over where they happen along the borders then we were all day. So in we Coalition of Civil Society press release, we actually condemn that act. And we call and say na a provocation, na a molestation, na a disgrace, where the government of Guinea and the Sujaman then they do to the government of Sierra Leone and we own security forces then where then they do the legitimate functions then along them border they you know until least when you see them Sujaman then officials in arms you see them which side then go sit down and ground you know these are not criminals, they are not people that way you don't catch in a war. You understand? The kind of treatment self way they give them, it was so bad. The kind of way we say. So now that means we condemn them in totality, and we don't ask the government of Sierra Leone for let it use all peaceful and legitimate means for make sure so that people then get them freedom. You know, unconditional freedom. We Guinea no go able not for able give any condition because you people they not commit crime, they not deserve the kind of treatment we then go through. If for anything you dissatisfied with the crossover as they say of we own security, these are your colleagues. You can as military men you able to discuss at that level and we not done away with them, but not to arrest them and put subjects them to a very molestation, provocative and disgraceful treatment. We'll see the way they give with Sujaman and policeman then at that place there.
All right, CSO, in a press release, you called the government for me to utilize all military strengths where available, but you also asked the citizens for remain calm. So other individuals then go look at and say this na contradicts una self.
Yeah, well,
and that's being said, it will look like say una they incite xenophobia.
Yeah, no.
But before that questions, now we quickly get onto the PRO for the All People's Congress. As they don't pull out a press release, and of yesterday we not see them get any action at parliament, and they not partake inside the vetting of the Electoral Commissioner Sylvester Alpha. Welcome to Unity Broadcasting, sir.
Good morning. Thank you very much for getting me online.
All right, that's now City Tunis, we're at the PRO for the All People's Congress. Well, PRO, first and foremost, we talk around the Falaba issue. As an opposition, we wanna get that news. How wanna feel for the nation?
Well, it's alarming, concerning, and more so dehumanizing and demoralizing, not only for we troops, but for the entire nation. And we as an opposition and as members, we as citizens of this country, a disturbing development for we, a concerning development for we, and we pay close attention to am, and we also dey hope say the government go treat am with all seriousness e deserve, because this not the first time we don hear dem kind news dem dey, but this even more disturbing because we see dem parade with gallant soldiers dem are grown like common criminals. You know, the accounts dem wey we dey get right now no clear. We no hear from a commander-in-chief yet about this particular situation. We no hear from the chief of defense staff yet about this particular situation. Yes, we don hear very little from the military spokesman, but we hope say dem go tell we more. We go get more details about really wetin happen, how it happen, and wetin are the steps that we government don take for address the issue, and for make sure say that kind thing and it not happen again. We don't see wetin dey happen at Yenga, very similar to wetin we see happen at Falaba. As much as we don't know much details yet, but we dey hope say government go treat this thing with the seriousness wey it deserve, and then go come out and tell we the country really wetin happen and how they dey address am.
All right, PRO. Somebody will talk say Falaba na a district wey been created under the All People's Congress and as by Kroma. Now we don't begin see attack on that side. Is it that the All People's Congress not being realized say Falaba and Yenga they parts of Guinea, and then they established that new district?
How Falaba go dey part of districts? Falaba has I mean Guinea. Falaba has always been Sierra Leonean territory. However, we get boundaries where they separate we and Guinea, just like how we get boundaries on the part of Gambia, just like how we get boundaries where they separate we and Liberia. It is common at any country. It is not just Sierra Leone. But it is called Falaba district because it is part of Sierra Leone. And the very reasons we create Falaba as a district, now we don't begin see so. That place they lack so much development, and it is so far away from development, hearing that part of the country, they don't even forget us alone, because all the activities na Guinea. Since no development or they even more by network na Guinea network than they use, and that is why we see from far that this is a neglected part of Sierra Leone. Let us transform this place to district so we go take the development and go the way deserve. I always tell people when Falaba and Kwenadugu been there as one district, now one senior secondary school day, where they serve the all two. Imagine the distance between Mongo, which are the district headquarters town of Falaba, to Kabala, when are the district headquarters town, which are the school been there, it will take you 8 hours for going. So imagine somebody they drag 8 hours every day from Mongo to Kabala for access school, or from Mongo to Kabala for access hospital. They go not to find way down there for treat with people in this country. Now that could be established, Falaba for be a district, so that we go take their own schools and we go take their own hospitals and we go get a clearly defined security apparatus and we go also man, the security of that area there and keep law and order at that area and Falaba, yes, there is a boundary, but Sierra Leone territory clearly defined. We cannot sit and talk them kind talk themselves say Falaba na part of Guinea, na part of Guinea. No, that is not correct.
All right, PRO, as it don't pass 24 hours where this thing don't happen. As a party in opposition, una get plans for pull out any press statement for allay the fears of citizens then within at that end, especially when supporters?
Well, this security issue. We cannot, come in and politicize something we not security. Technically, they in charge of we all security. Now government know the details. Now government know the facts. Which we expect from government and for make sure say they address the matter with seriousness. Wetin we go do as opposition na for raise the voices like how they do so now, and for engage government for establish the facts and make sure say we all work together for settle the matter in a way wey it no go occur again. If we are in governance, I sure say we will treat am differently from wetin government dey do so right now, but we cannot come in as opposition for do the work of government, especially when it relates to security matters. So all we can do is what we are doing, raise our voices, bring them to the attention of government how important it go dey for make they address this matter with all the seriousness we deserve, and for engage the Guinean authorities. As I speak now, you get all the chief of defense staff then are ECOWAS, NIASO in a conference. So this is the right time for the commander-in-chief, for the chief of defense staff, for engage the Guinean chief of defense staff, for make sure say they address this matter right here and right now, and for now come settle them in a way we not go call again.
All right, CDR, in Islam, look at on a press release on a poll. And yesterday, the All People's Congress now participates in the parliamentary committee interview where Sylvester Bini gets. Waiting have been the reason for that.
Well, I mean, we first of all, after the 2023 make we position very clear as to what we feel about the 2023 elections and the games we know say ECSL play, and we decide say we not take part. But of course, we and government we sit down, we go into money, we get dialogue, and we come up with agreement for national unity. We set out 8 resolutions then. And one of the resolutions then resolution 3 now set up the tripartite agreed by a committee. We bring government, the All People's Congress, and with the international partners then together and come up with 80 recommendations that we then make for reform, several areas that we get for do with electoral process that this country. We agree on how we will do the reforms and we all too append with signatures then to her. Now, from their recommendations, then the government don't propose a bill at Parliament for amend certain aspects of the Constitution ahead of the 2028 election. Their reforms and they now for ensure say they inform what will happen at the 2028 election. And one such reform gets to do with how we they appoint electoral commissioners there, including the chief electoral commissioner. We're in the middle of that, and then now we don't see appointment. We clearly go against the spirit of that agreement and the recommendations we then make at the tripartite report. Now, if we come anytime president appoints a chief electoral commissioner or any commissioner at ECSL now for 5 years. So if you don't come in 2026 and appoint somebody, it means that person they get for their office until 2031. We clearly don't go beyond the 2028 elections when we do all the reforms there also. So it tells you that the spirit first of all we carry go into governance and into participating in governance. That spirit there is not respected. All of the agreements that we don't sign, we don't see how government they flout them. It's like we have voices that don't matter, with participation don't matter. Regardless of how we want to do things right, government will go ahead and do what they want to do, whether it is in the interest of the country or not. And we don't see ourselves because of that. We cannot continue to be part of a process. We don't want for really do meaningful reforms we all not sign up to make things better as far as the elections concerned at this country in the interest of the people of this country. So because of that, the leadership of the party meets at all levels, and we come up with the position we don't come up with, and the National Advisory Committee, we are the second highest decision making body, endorse their positions then so that.
All right, PRO, when I give the government an ultimatum of 24 hours.
Yeah.
PRO, when I give the government an ultimatum of 24 hours. The 24 hours, within that 24 hours, when I don't already not appear for the vetting committee, Any plans further if the government not reply una or they not adhere to una words?
We will continue to not participate because it seems the government are what they want. They don't want for Yerimi, they don't want for DB3, and we feel say that is not a good way, for do reforms. That is not a sincere commitment to reforms, and that is not how we go move this country forward. We feel say in the first place, yes, the government right to read and ask for your opinion, we they intend for, and we reply. And we stick with position clear, we raise with concerns, maybe they feel say when they don't sit down there, the president will call political parties and we all sit down and discuss really their concerns they are. So, but that not happen. They just ignore the concerns, they ignore all of the reforms the way they happen. Look, my dear sister, the constitutional reform bill already in our parliament. They don't go through first reading. We been expect say by now government will expedite down because when the AG been the lead that reform, they not forget say the constitutional amendment gets several aspects of her. But the AG tell me say they rush for do this because they want let them reforms they happen before 2028 elections. And one of such are the appointment of the commissioners. So if the reform bill already in parliament, they don't go through the first reading. We feel say that be the place of parliament and government for ensure say they expedite down there. So we will go through the second and third reading, then vote on them, and then if it pass, the president will give assent and it becomes law. And then the reforms they all happen. But currently they are now we don't ignore that. When they go back to the old ways of doing things, we all don't frown at, then it means sincerity not there. It means the purpose for which we don't do all this hard work are for nothing. Not before just for play to the gallery, and we cannot continue to do that.
All right, CD, this will be my last question. Would they expect any further boycotts in governance and all activities now the nation from the All People's Congress if Sylvester in appointments go through?
We will continue to take actions that were lawful, way democratic, including with non-participation, for let government actually do the right reforms. We will make sure so we get clean electoral process and all that democratic processes are there to that this country. We will continue down there as an opposition. This is our first line of action, but it not will be limited to justice.
All right, thank you very much, PRO, for this interview where you grant me via phone line.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, that's now CDR Tunis. We just talked to we on the phone line with regards their stance on the things then where they happen at the country. If further talk say, then as governments go, then as opposition go continue for engage the government as per constitution. Now we'll stay tuned. Wise, we will take a quick commercial break and we'll come back. We'll welcome our next guest. Stay tuned.
And it's anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected. Do you want...
All right, welcome back. The program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. I just don't be joined by the Honorable Minister of Information, Honorable Chairman Obawe. In SEFCAM, follow we discuss the issue of Falaba and that of Yenga Extension. Good morning and welcome to Unity Broadcasting, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right, before you come, Minister, I've been trying for ask Charles Mambu for a statement where he make during the press release. He said, let the government utilize all military strength. This question is for you, Charles Mambu. Let the government utilize all military strength available. But again, you further say, so citizens and let them keep calm. So the ordinary people where they watch or we read that press release, then we look at and say, now contradict yourself with regards to defense. And to them, they look at and say, now inciting for xenophobia. You go take her?
Yeah, no, that's not the case. And anyone will think of that, na possible will not sabi war and he not see war. For me, I not only see war, na Sierra Leone, but I participate in war. Most of the military hardware, ASEAN, I sit down inside, from the war tank to armor car and for whole RPG. I see the destruction of war. In fact, now that make them say, the BAR when a war, now wasting all resources, both human, finance, and material. Now that then they call war. So it not fine. So for some of us, we don't see them.
Then what do you mean by that? Or utilize military?
Yeah, no. Some of we not go ever be a preacher for war, a campaigner for war. We will always remain a campaigner for peace, unity, and development at the whole world. From Busa Odonna. So for you then words then, for let the government of Sierra Leone actually, position and strengthen the military, because sovereignty lies in the total sovereignty. What would they talk about? You only get sovereignty over your state when you have the capacity to protect that of your state, especially from external aggression. You understand? So we go always campaign to government for let them continue for build up with military, with security forces, with every modern equipment and training where they need, where they forget. You understand? At the same time, we will always continue to be campaigner for peace and unity. What did they happen at Yenga and what did they happen along with border with Guinea? Now it's disturbing, it's provocative, it's unacceptable by all standards. So now that may some of we don't see and where it starts at the end of the war, and we go see for let also end peacefully. We not go campaign for let government, the country of Sierra Leone go into physical war, military war with Guinea. That's not our campaign message. Our campaign message is government of Sierra Leone for continue for build and strengthen with the manpower, with the military equipment, and with modern training for all our security sector, from the police to the intelligence and also to the military. At the same time, we talk to our community and our government for let them ensure that they continue for engage Guinea and for end that war. And we went further and I tell them, heart not to bone. Our youths, including men and women, when they in Yenga and Kailan district, along the border from Kono to Cambia and Palabak, most of these guys are unemployed. You understand? Some people then they they get all kind of education, but they're unemployed. What did they do along that border? When are the legal means? If you participate in legal means, both the government of Guinea, the security sector, and Sierra Leone for able to bring you to book according to what the law say. But they were when they engage in legal means, forget their daily living. If they are unwarrantedly disturbed, like how we receive from the Guinean policy, there will be a time, not a government go tell them say when I go stone security for or resist them for let them not hold now. They say because their livelihood have been threatened and continuously threatened by the molestation and provocation. What would they get from Guinea? You know, time go carry both government go find it difficult for control, and we not dey pray for let we reach to that time. But from the data and statistics we'll get from other parts of the world, which a conflict of this don't take place, you go find say we get a lesson, learn a lesson from the past. So those are the kind of things we will meet in that of our president, and we'll always go continue for campaign for a strong military, strong intelligence, strong security sector for Sierra Leone, because that is what our sovereignty lies. If we don't have them people, then they strength in the way where them for protect when any jacka and gain from any other country, including Guinea and other, we one day come and take over Freetown and take over the state of Sierra Leone. We will not go wonder one day. Would that then go tina before for protect and defend the sovereignty of Sierra Leone, now the security sector. So along that line, we talk to the government for let them quickly ensure the release of our men in uniform with the Guinean the whole. At the same time, our people, and we don't talk, look, when you go to Yenga, the Makona River, the people that were there now the same language from Sierra Leone, from Guinea and Liberia where they talk, the Kisses. Now the same language where they all they talk. You understand? In fact, one of the towns then, now Guinea, the chief where he did now a chief were born in Kailam. We go for one of the engagement, we cross we cross the river, go na Guinea. And they tell me, say Mr. Mambu, he say, I'm a Sierra Leonean, but I'm now a Guinean, you know, because I don't dey here, they don't give me chieftaincy. We don't want any palaver between Guinea and Sierra Leone. So we have to continue to talk to these people as we continue to talk to both government of Guinea and Sierra Leone for let them end this thing peacefully and let them end them quick.
All right, Minister Ba, yesterday I called the Air Media One police for let it give we a rundown of waiting they go on. But if categorically tell me say you na the Minister of Information at this time, not only you get right for say and that of the PRO for the military. Besides that, nobody know for say a word. You there now on this platform. I want to give you a rundown of waiting now the current situation inside Falaba as fact-finding missions then go there yesterday, sir.
So I want to say thank you for we do this program and for inviting me. Actually, since we put out a press release, it's the first time I don't call the media for calm. Because again, in moments like this, it's very easy for let we react with emotion. Everybody feels something. And when people then feel, sometimes your emotion can lead you for overreact, get all the facts. And we get a leader, we, in the person of retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, we get a history. You understand conflict, a military general, you don't be military head of state, you don't be peace, war, head of state, you don't be peace head of state, you don't lead to the peace process and a democratic head of state. So in your approach you then here oftentimes and also you get a responsibility for keep peace within the entire sub-region. So if Guinea do something, President Bio also gets a responsibility because I'm not the head of ECOWAS. And I ain't all man will go to say, hey, look what's in your happen. If I let family understand the background I have, and I think that background they go make sure go help for bring the temperature down small. We in Guinea, like how my big brother Charles Mambu just talk, we get very close ties. The people that have that border day, then for them border not day. Because then they eat Naya morning, then cross here, then buy Naya. Then do things, then they exchange a lot. And then call them porous borders. But what's in that really mean is because we get strong social, cultural and economic ties between the two countries them and the people them. So man, I had them born and boy, my man, I ain't come on, I born. So there's a difference, and we interest also for keeping my name people and they. Over time, after the international military advisory training team, whatever they call IMAT, become, then we advise we on site say, you know the station you military right na the perimeter of the border. So we can inside small. So Guinea themselves go inside small, so they allow that space in between for people and go enter there. Because of other development there in the past, the government of Salone been give instruction to the military, the way they say, actually, we don't want allow too much porosity. So the side way that we on side, when I move good, and when I construct, you know, it's not a directive from the top. So we construct we own post there and we'll put up the Salone flag. So we know side being this not to that buffer, no left, I will solo go that we on spot who supposed for take. Guinea react. Because whether they don't know side that the line supposed for stop, they say, oh, we don't know what's happen, they react. And say, this is an act of aggression. So you see they don't release, you see we don't release. In this case, all my fish say the other person ain't doing bad. But we are brothers and sisters. So what they do, they overreact. You know, some people don't go say, you know, Guinea come, arrest we gallant soldiers them, including one of we captain them, and then carry them go on their own side. Immediately, we own government, we believe in international law. Now one thing we don't be consistent on, we reach out through diplomatic means. So we don't engage at multiple levels. His Excellency, the Honorable Vice President, we get very strong ties with the leadership in Guinea, including the Chief Minister, the head of the Army, the head of ONS. We don't engage at multiple levels. First, the number one priority, now the safe return of then we gallant soldiers and the one police officer for come back in Salone without any condition. And we don't make it absolutely and abundantly clear. The rest of the conversation about how we solve this issue, waiting trigger this, how for prevent them, this is a conversation we will get at two levels. So you mentioned one thing we don't do. We don't dispatch two teams. One, a technical team led by the Chief of Army Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces for go na Falaba, for go do an on-the-ground assessment. Waiting happen. Would I say this, would I not say this? Waiting cause this, for talk to the officer then, but also for boost the morale. Because if you did it, you can't take your colleague there and abduct them or arrest them, a problem. So we don't send a high-powered team. We don't go na Falaba, then you're on a technical mission and not return it. They're supposed to return it that today or tomorrow, and we will forget again first-hand information because we want to avoid density and rumor. The second news we want for left ambulance share now that we already also on the ground, the commander them, they all get ties and Salone and Guinea. They don't begin talk. The tension don't calm down. And then don't say, oh, okay, maybe this is not misunderstanding, but now we just need to forget directive, how to clear this up and all that. So we take down this in a positive step. We also dispatch a very high-level delegation led by no less a person than the Honorable Timothy Musakaba, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, and it will include other top security officials within the government of Sierra Leone. Another Minister of Local Government, the part of that delegation, the Deputy Head of ONS, Deputy Head of the Police. You know, we get top people for going to the capital, Conakry. And they left this morning. And then they go for go get a conversation with the Guinean government. For say, hey, and keep in mind this is not based on where they already they talk through phone with the Prime Minister, with the leadership of Guinea, and now they go there for go get a conversation. The primary purpose of that mission now for secure the swift release and the dignified release of the Sierra Leoneans and for lay a framework for prevent an escalation. We hear all my they say, we for be strong, we for get our army. Yes, His Excellency on the 18th we launch Armed Forces Day, he launched a national defense strategy. I challenge every Sierra Leonean for freedom. This is a strategy for strength. It's a strategy for escalation of we military capacity. Or announce for raise the resources. Would even put as part of the option the sale of Juba. People they react to one thing, they see the big picture. We cannot be in an urban, densely populated area. You say, oh, continue to expand the military, forget training capacity, for people to do the things we want to do. So we need to move and go to a place like Mashaka, or get vast and expansive land. But for do that, elect we want stay for spend all. We don't always have the money, but we get facility we na squatter than day. But a potentially prime facility. You say no put that facility as part of the option for raise the resources we require for make we military become an ultra modern military. So President Bill, they react by just emotion, something happen. They get a comprehensive plan. And I want to assure Mr. Mabu, say the request to them say for we support and build the strength of the military is the top priority of the commander-in-chief. It will continue to do that, but it don't mean say we go provoke war. And definitely I want to make it clear, we don't get any interest for fights with one of our neighboring countries. We will continue for use any and all means for of course make sure say nobody no go bully we, nobody no go provoke we. But at the same time, we want to use all diplomatic means because peace is something we'll fight for, is something we'll cherish, and is something we want to maintain for the people of this country.
All right, Honorable Minister, in a press release, you indicate say our flag was removed from believed territory of Sierra Leone. Why you use the word believed territory? Is it that?
Well, we believe in our territory.
Now they say.
But Guineans obviously then believe say not to territory. Now cause the issue.
Okay.
So in this case, now potential disputed area, which we believe, and again, with the reason we could use language we not inflammatory, is because if me and you na neighbor, me own fence at Tapanaya, because you own fence at Tapanaya, they say, hey, but me land this, but we think you always cause this fence, now this assurance. You believe say, oh no, you left no room for doubt. They say we know say our territory. This is a territory where everybody knows say believe, we confident. Say this is the silent territory. But I don't make it clear. Say the history of this is that after the international military advisors, they may advise say when you get two countries with this kind of close ties, you know they go put your military right na the perimeter all the time. But now obviously because of other things that will not happen, now you make we don't say well, let no left sit down and they continue for kind side. But that zone, they both militaries them in the room na that zone then they go man, but nobody know been the erect there. But we believe it's our area, it's Sierra Leone. Now that side we military people then go. So now then say, oh no, they don't cross. And then so they were triggered. In fact, what happened then come first and see, and then say, hey, then go back, then go gather now, then come with like a huge military presence, carry big weapons them. And cow people, no, we were not the reason. Again, we're not in a war posture with Guinea, and I make you see not put up a fight because waiting nanny for the lead to some loss of lives, unnecessary escalation, some citizens for die. Why? For something we will for talk about. We are neighbors, and that's something we will for resolve, and we resolve them from a position of strength. Peace is strength. Choosing peace when you are triggered, when you are provoked, being exercising temperance is a lot of strength than for just grabbing almost, hey, you don't catch me, fit. Nobody know the win. So now I will push to that.
All right, before I cancel Charles Mambo, inside you capture also, we see how they capture with Sojaman then. So Sierra Leoneans, that was derogatory and it's shameful. So we in Guinea, we are considered brothers and sisters. Why they not treat we as brothers and sisters, but they treat we brothers then as prisoners of war? Are we in war?
Me no they talk for Guinea, they talk for Salone. What in Guinea do, how they do this now conversation will they continue to forget. As I say, we engage on the diplomatic level. We don't send 2 missions here, we don't send the foreign minister for address the issue and they. We believe say we're supposed to act, we as Sierra Leone will hold ourselves to a high standard. We belong to the top international platforms them. We believe say they just don't qualify Sierra Leone for begin send military officers them for top global peace missions, for serving UN peacekeeping missions. That means also that they're supposed to act always with professionalism and for treat other people them with the respect they deserve. That we on conduct and we able for control and we able for account for. The videos that we do online of how the Guinean soldiers act and all of that, I will left them for let they address that, and I will also say that as a country we address that directly with Guinea, and I make we send this very high level delegation for engage.
All right, Charles Mambo, in una release, the coalition mentioned say una give a master plan for Guinea for take all over with borders. This now, of which evidence you get for say this, or you just justify this on then isolation or isolated skirmishes we don't happen from Yenga and now Falaba?
We not give the master plan. We say Guinea get master plan, and like you rightly say, now from the evidences and their actions, we then they always take against Sierra Leone. It's hardly from by the end of the war, you rarely see where Guinea they officially report with military along the borderline. That's not the case. But it's always Sierra Leone reporting Guinea. What you would hear in Afalaba, if you go down for who they travel in this country and all the border of Sierra Leone, if you go down to Samu, there's also another post there, and we get military there with Guinea, the Guinea soldier man, and then the other side. If you reach in a them place then they, which I Dr. Yenkela and others they come on, you go see say on a daily basis, similar things they happen there, whether they can involve with people then. So to we, you know, as civil society, where we don't exist from 1998, and we don't follow the conflict situation in Sierra Leone and other parts of the world, we don't follow, not only follow, we don't participate in now, we don't be peace ambassadors, we don't engage community across the realm. We get people that are in every part and community of this country. We come to the conclusion, say Guinea get a master plan for take over most part of Sierra Leone territory if our government not put foot for straight.
Get evidence.
You know, need to, the evidence is very clear. As me and you two they talk, the Honorable Minister of Information, when the government official spokesman she don't yak, me and Ingo tell you say as we they talk, there is a well-equipped military barracks where Guinea don't build on the soil of Sierra Leone since 2019. And as me and you two they talk, in the presence of the Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education, a man will also know every other thing about this country, go tell you say large contingent of military personnel and equipment with heavy weapon then placed on the soil of Sierra Leone and Yenga. What other evidence do you need to get? No other one no day. We don't see what they do yonder. You know, like the minister say, yes, that's the international protocol. That's the advice with them. We don't get country they abide. The soldiers they abide by that. You understand? But look at the kind of unprovoked treatment what they do. You understand? Because if you actually not get you pump in a heart, you know, like we can always say, let's put your heart down. If you don't get you in a heart at all, something that even if I wrong you, the approach the way they approach me, we as brothers and sisters, you know, living with the same arm, you will know how you for treat. But every time Guinea something, Guinea soldier then see something from Sierra Leone about Sierra Leone, the reaction has always been very aggressive.
But Chasmabu, somebody will say, "Una na civil society, una dey for talk for the people then of the nation." Why una they point out them bad thing there for say they get master plan for?
Yeah, no, we have to because we get the evidence. Just like I tell you, they are very clear. You know, we don't see all what Guinea don't do along with borders there. You understand? At the end of the war, which means they not get good plan for we. And for we, like we said in one of our statements, the Sierra Leone government, especially under President Bio, don't show a lot of goodwill and friendship and brotherhood and sisterhood to Nkoli, General Dumbuya and Guinea. Because these are two gentlemen who are, as we describe them, the same people in arms. Highly trained men and men then where they don't fight military war at the area and beyond. So we are still so we don't follow this issue for over 20 years. I not go see no reason why President Bio go left power and not solve the issue of Yenga. I can't say anything about that because we not go believe, because we are very confident that President Bio for solve this issue. A background as a military man, a background as a civilian president, and a background as a peacemaker across the world. We're not teasing now. And these are two brothers. You know, if me and Ken Obaya, based on the relationship we say we don't come on, we are both of us as civil society activists. You understand? After government, no matter how it is, it come back to we. You understand? And we go accept that because it's one of us. You understand? I see no reason if there is misunderstanding, we will not go sit down and talk. So this nation, if President Bio not solve that issue between we and Guinea, especially on the Yenga Asi, no other president in this generation not go solve it. Because I don't think in the next 50 years we will get president will get a highly military background. Not only a military background, but somebody will really fit physically. This is not somebody where you tell them about war or conflict resolution. It take partner and it become a civilian. So this issue will not ever be safe for escalate under President Bio. Unfortunately, we see where the Guinean, a young colleague, he actually order for let them build a military barracks in the soil of Sierra Leone. It's very, very unfortunate and very disturbing. That look, like I talked to some press people there, including international press yesterday. President Bio have less than 3 years, and he has so much in his plate. AU they look up to Ran, UN they look up to Ran, ECOWAS they look up to Ran, and all the leadership they not give him because he named Bio. They give him because of his background, and they don't say if we're able to lead them. You understand? But we don't tell them say for now if I go tell me brother President Bio, then position the all left and concentrate on Sierra Leone. Much more in detail, because when he go left power in 2028, then people they all not to them they look to Ramo. Now we as a citizen we don't serve. Now we get to look up to Ram. You understand? Not to them they greet them. Anybody can send it to them and state out. I don't send to the Minister of Information. We are Mr. Minister. Let us talk to President Bio. Let you not leave this country without we not solve this problem. Because to we. For the next 50 years, we will not go get somebody who will get that kind caliber, that kind qualification, that kind momentum where local international people they hold on to run, of in type. If he go and left that conflict today, tomorrow let you know she don't nothing, or if she don't oversee, he is saying that society happen. Part of the blame will go to run because he has the power for solve the problem, and with the support of heavily. For let it solve that problem there. We really they talk to her. These are our brothers in Guinea. But with brothers, they're not they treat you well. They really not they treat you well. But everything we say alone in Guinea meet up, it's getting always the bully we.
All right.
You understand? So we really they talk to government.
All right, Mr. Minister, you don't have waiting Charles Mambu don't say we president now the current chairman for ECOWAS and he don't also chair the UN security at a time. You feel say that
and the African Union, and the chair for the African Union of the 10 committee where they do for reform the UN Security Council.
All right, so then attack here to with territory. You feel say na test to in leadership.
I think say perspective important in this. On Armed Forces Day, we give awards. We give award to the Guinean military because actually. It's true that we don't get some recent skirmishes, but we get a deeper and longer history of collaboration. The Guinean soldiers actually fight and die for Winaya as well during the war. Anybody really forgets that, na person we, no get memory. And President Bio, a man we believe in, you get for remember. I want to make two things clear. One, President Bio in primary, singular interest at the security of Sierra Leone. He's never distracted. I tell you, he just launched a national defense strategy. It's a comprehensive strategy, the first of its kind, for modernize the military and for deal with this issue. When it comes to the issue of Yenga, it's very easy for people to just talk about Yenga, like say if you solve Yenga, therefore you don't solve all the problem with Guinea, because the border are very long and porous with Guinea. Just because you solve Yenga, no means you don't solve. For example, now there's Falaba. So you like if you don't solve Yenga, that's Falaba, you get for do a comprehensive solution. And for do that, when you study peace, then they tell you say, not one person no more they be willing for make peace. The other party for be willing for make peace on reasonable grounds. Salon don't take all the necessary steps. But and I think so we get a duty for do this. Even with the case of Yenga, a lot of people don't understand, say, yes, we believe say that we own, but Guinea also believes in that we own. I mean, they call it disputed territory. We Sierra Leone, the people away did it, then as alone people there. But if you look at the long history of Yenga, not of us say it don't always be 100% Sierra Leone. In fact, tell me can put British people and French people there, the historians and Goody, even then they able cost the case all the time. But all the time when a resolution don't be made, the resolution say it makes sense that Yenga na Salo. Some Guinea leader they accept, the other one they can say Astafulai. They begin do things there. We as a people, as a country, we still believe say a path exists for resolve this issue through, again, international law, through negotiation and diplomacy, and at the strength position landing. So I agree with my big brother. I say President Bill, he gets a focus for resolve not just Yenga, but all how would they engage with Guinea and any other country who will get border issues with, who will have to think about the character of the Guinean state is different from the character of the Sierra Leonean state. When you travel, come off from Salone, you enter Guinea, you will see a very different character. The history of Guinea is very different from the history of Sierra Leone. The approach of Guinea is very different from the approach of Sierra Leone. We not believe in, say, we start in a very aggressive posture and things like that. But you don't mean say if you take, or anybody will take with posture as a sign of weakness. Because we get instruments that we can use for able to bring the steps that we need for bring forget the outcome we want to forget without resorting to bloodshed. Bloodshed for we are the absolute last resort. So we bother to talk, I want to show a few things. One, His Excellency committed, he focused, he's not distracted. In fact, them position that we get that they utilize for strengthening Salon position. We just host the ECOWAS army chiefs, then summits Naya. This not be the happen today. So right now, let us say, God forbid, we want for get an issue with Guinea. We can do that through ECOWAS. What's the name? We'll get the chief of army staff of Ghana, of Nigeria, of all the other one that within ECOWAS, and we'll able to work together within that structure there. So you're not going to be say, oh, Salon to go on we own. We not want to do that day. Because President Vio in his wisdom, he already don't lay the foundation that Salon, now Sierra Leone now in the head the ECOWAS joint force. You know that? A Sierra Leone general, Massacoy, now in the head that first day. Where they bring to come together other effort again. Let me say, when you are a statesman, a global statesman, you cannot act by your emotion. You need to say, oh, the person don't come mass me, so I go take bomb now, I can't destroy here and picking them all. You cannot do that. When you get great power, you forget great restraint. And President Bio in global leadership position, in responsibility, we get at the UN, we get at the AU, we get at now for keep the peace, for promote diplomacy, for make sure say nobody no bullying company. I just want to mention this issue where say Guinea don't then get this master plan for aggressively take over the country. With respect, I know the position of government of Sierra Leone. If you engage with the Guinean authorities, and as I say, we continue to engage with them, then believe say, then they protect their territory. And as I say, because of the people then close ties over time, then territory they get Guinea outside. In fact, you know, say some of your area, then the people if you give their loans and say no one time because they have to go buy on the other side. So that exchange there, all the ties are so deep. But we get a fundamental duty for protect the territory that is Sierra Leone. And we want to make sure say, remember on Yenga, we don't invite even ECOWAS, we don't send a technical team. So then we'll come back and meet with all sides and say, hey, look the original border, because the border, by the way, not to just land, we also get disputes around water. Usa we water tap, usa the water tap. Fishing, with people there for go fish, sometimes then they we hold their own boats, they say they hold their own boats, say no, now water don't can, water don't can. But what in this really tell you is that we are brothers, we are siblings, we are not neighbor them. And when in a neighbor, you go for fair way for them to coexist. So we believe say we are a democratic state, we are a law-abiding state, we are a global player. We want to show the example of how to behave and bring the temperature down and say to Guinea, we'll just give award. We get deep ties with Una. Una people and our people. Believe you, if you begin kill Guinea man, they kill Boku Salomon them. Where you go for? Where you cross? You go for go kill the chief. Na that village. The chief na Salomon.
Salomon.
If they cross na ya, then can the chief then kill the chief na ya. That chief is sometimes wife na Guinean. Sometimes picking them na Guinean them. You know, so we get for remember say even in this reaction in this moment, the smart option now for bring the temperature down, engage diplomatically, with diplomacy and find a way for say we not agree for like bully we. You know you can't take we land, we now we own. We respect your own land, you self-respect your land. Let we live like how we don't use for live. Because these two countries fight, so I know I see somebody they talk them, they say, oh, love fight. Eh? If these two countries fight, and say when two elephants fight, at the grass they suffer. You know how the grass? The ordinary people, the trade who they exchange between people and that side and there. All the even intelligence. Guinea, we they share a lot of intelligence with them. We they work together on many things for scrub drugs. All lengthen if we not work together with Guinea, we're not going to solve the problems. So yes, we consider this incident not right. We want to make sure say we resolve them with soldiers in the camp home, inshallah, with dignity. We pray and work with them, make sure say we not repeat them kind here, but we on goal, not to for grab in the morning say don't mess we. Lord go bomb you us will not do that.
All right, Minister, inside your release, it captures say one of the try for do peaceful and amicable resolution. When Sierra Leoneans then go see this amicable resolution final, that's of Yenga and now Falaba.
Peace na process, not to event.
Okay.
The steps they will take, we believe say they will continue for lead to that peace. Like I say, the mission, the foreign minister, they go to the capital. Even that, we not just go so, we tell them so they can and say, yes, you are welcome. So already in a sign of peace, say we're ready for talk. We send a high-level delegation, we'll go meet to the prime minister and other leaders. We say, hey, we don't want this problem. Then if anything, we'll talk to them. Say, yeah, we send our problem. We say, okay, but I will bring the tension down. What we do? We resolve, we take the steps then, strategically. We're not going to always agree. Now, like in any relationship, we're not going to always near you, we agree, I like you, I support you, but we're not going to always 100% agree. But an any make now you get the international law. Let's say on Yenga, if we end up with talk to and say no, now then get her, we say so now we get her, we can go now the international courts. We can go to, but both countries for results say, okay, that decision of the courts then go be final. And then we go through that route there. We still believe in some people we able for negotiate. We come to a resolution, but we don't already take the initial steps then. We don't inform ECOWAS, we don't inform AU, we don't inform even the United Nations about which we consider the aggression and the unprovoked aggression into territory. We follow that pathway. We believe that pathway will lead to an equitable outcome without the loss of lives. President Bio understand what loss of life means. President Bio, more than most Sierra Leoneans know about what a war. He actually served in a war and he live with the scars of that. And effectively this country go to peace. And not to the person now they can rush into war. He go do everything he can from a position of strength for prevent war. And another nine go.
All right, cyberbullying as Minister of Information are one big thing where UCSF they look at. Now we see where then with Sojaman then Guinean authorities or Guinean people then they video them all over, then send on social media. Waiting at the plans una get for una take action with regards to cyberbullying for we country.
Well, I don't say I know they talk for the Guinean authorities and then conduct, and they talk for the Sierra Leone authorities and what will they do. So one of the things we are going to even tell you, say even there we sold there then at the border they will be they take them video then they share on social media, not to something and they will expect them to do. We don't make that communication they very clear. Then for communicate through the brass and then the brass communicates to the public. And so those are the kinds of steps that we want to take for continue for increase the professionalism. We understand the instinct for going on social media quickly and go complain and cry because people almost like the view and then they walk people up, but they resolve any problem. So that particular training and professionalism is something we do. On the cyber crime situation, we all live by the rules na salon. We own laws na we say cyberbullying, maybe not to crime na again, America say anything for Guinea. But na salon, we own military them supposed to conduct themselves in ways consistent with the laws of this country, and that may include for prevent cyber attack, cyberbullying, using the internet in ways where they bring disrepute to other people and injure their own reputation and things like that. We own goal, and the goal of Lieutenant General Ida Bangura, now that it continue for build a professional military force, we live by the highest standard. Now we on goal that.
Minister, Sierra Leone Assembly, they expect say you for be part of this high-level delegation, either the first one or the one where they go now.
No, the Ministry of Information involved.
Okay, so you get for be part of the
not
delegation?
Not me as an individual, but the ministry involved really supply me the information. As minister, I get so many tasks, and in the wisdom of both His Excellency and the Honorable Vice President, we get me colleagues them, incredibly competent colleagues, and they go and come and give me the brief, and as Minister of Information, we sit down with them now the situation room, resolve how they engage the public and how that information will go out. But I go assure you, say the Ministry of Information is represented in their mission, and this to make sure to get the right information where they can fly and give out.
All right, just Mambo, you be want to say something?
Yes. You see, some of we don't involve in peace building and peacemaking and conflict resolution during the war, throughout the war, and after the war. You know, there are indicators then where some tangible indicators then they were not practical. Now I will not see it. During the days of President Ahmed Tidiane Kaba, where this whole thing started, we get a lot of delegation meeting with Guinea under President Lansana Conte. Some of us were part of it. One of the key indicators that we will see towards the end of those meetings, we see the temperament of Guinean soldiers along our border a go down. Like he said, I agree with him. Peace is not an event, it's a process. And sometimes the process they take long. But we when they govern, we will also get the experience and we get things then what they look at. We then things then I would tell people then. When it comes to President Anes by Nkrumah, we also follow. We have a lot of meetings with Guinea, you know, along the borders and other areas where the information they come out. One of the critical one, we also accumulated two. We said for the first time the three presidents of Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone be meeting at Kwendu. Some of us were also part of those delegation. And in that Kwendu meeting, where the three head of states then go there, one of the critical resolutions where they take, and it happened immediately, was the withdrawal of the Guinean forces with all their arms and ammunition from Yenga across the border to Nongoa. And they agreed that that place will remain a buffer zone until it finally decided. On that resolution, on that meeting at Kwendu, where some of us were physically present, we saw the action from that resolution where the Guinean they do. On the side of President Bio, 7 years down the line, and the one with the best military experience and in peace building, we don't see a lot of talks and engagement with Guinea. But Mr. Minister, what we not don't see yet is the physical positive response from the side of Guinea throughout this engagement within this period of President Bio. Now I will not see it. Now I will not see it. On the contrary, we will see more Guinean aggression on the states and people of Sierra Leone. You understand? Even during the war and after the war, when the engagements then begin, we don't see Guinea then build barracks now with Swell. Yes, Guinea be dey younger. Some of we dey go there, then get armor car, then get tanks, then get heavy deployment. You understand? But which side them believe? Na Bafa, na them be get. Na they them be they not be host. You understand? And even at that point, our people in Yenga, as a village, they not ever drive them there. Physically, they not drive them for displace them. You understand? We dey follow all the indicators then, from President Kaba to President Anes Nkrumah and now to President Bill. So the indicators then what we see now, we are seeing more of aggression. We are seeing more of aggression. We are seeing more displacement of our people along those borders from Yenga and like we say, what happen na Falaba na just a spill meat of what did happen na Yenga. So at this time, we really want to see Mr. Minister representing the government of President Bill for actually now start, because we have what are the talk, we have documentary, we have video, we don't do reports, we don't follow this thing. Like I said before, during the war and after the war, we don't follow up to date.
All right.
You understand? We want now see some positive, results where they come out as a result of government engagement with Guinea, because we see Guinea from be very insincere. Very insincere. This is not the country which I will live. You know how you company go like you now. Wait for the first time President Bill allowed General Dumbuya for come inside this country with heavy arms and ammunition. He go na state lodge. He go to First Lady office. He come na state house. He parade at the town of Freetown. Some of we be expect say after that kind way we all disapprove. Yes, as a supreme leader of this land, when a president see the thing more than what you want to see. Even when this
that's a heavy claim to make you say Guinea then very insincere.
No, they're very insincere. Guinea very insincere.
As a sister nation,
this is not an
hold on. As a sister nation, that is right for make you say they are very insincere.
No, they are very insincere.
When the government say then they try for do an amicable
without sincere. No, without sincere.
Why you use that word?
No, without sincere.
All right.
Madam, I did tell you this. Okay. I saw the war. I participated in the war. I know about this conflict. I don't read Botan. I don't read other countries. I don't see it. You understand?
Peace resolution.
Without sincere.
All right.
In this whole case, at the government of Sierra Leone, from President Kaba, President Anes Nkrumah, up to President Bill, now then sincere. Now government sincere. Now that means we are always at the receiving end. But the sincerity when government of Sierra Leone they show, if not Guinea they show, some of them things they know they happen. We're not going to talk about that.
All
you understand? Not to Salon go take
so
Guinea.
waiting you feel say this government go do differently.
No, now this
solve this problem permanently.
Now that I they say.
All right.
Peace is a process, not an event. I don't tell you the track of who waka from President Ahmed Tidiane to President Anes Nkrumah and to President Bill. You see the result why I don't care about the three. Because I've been involved in all this sector. Physically, I'm talking about physically involved, physically being part of delegation. You understand? Let we see a response, a positive response from Guinea. When we don't see. Instead, what you would see now a total insincerity because of the actions and whether they are taking practical action, madam. Are you not getting me? Can I change my language? And I'm sure you are getting me. I don't need for change my language to talk Mende, Limbia, Timini or Fula. Of course, my brother they away, Sabi Fula pass me, even though myself na born Fula. You understand? I don't want to change those languages. But I tell you, say, the Guineans have never, from the days of President Kaba, they have never, the only time where we see sincerity, practical sincerity, now when the three presidents meet and sign a resolution, at that meeting, immediately they signed, the next day we saw the withdrawal of Guinean forces from Yenga. back to Nogowa. We saw it. I was there. We supervised that move up to the end. The last Amoka of Guinean troop when they crossed at the ferry, I was there. Let me tell you this.
All right, Charles, I had to hold you there because let me come to the
government of Sierra Leone always be done the sincere, but we not see sincerity on the side of Guinea.
Charles, let me hold you right there. Minister, you waiting Charles Mambu say that the government of Guinea is very insincere. As Minister of Information, do you agree to that they are very insincere to this peace process?
As Minister of Information, I talk for the government of Sierra Leone. Me not a psychologist. Me not to person we able for discern Guinea the heart. I cannot do that. I will tell you, see, the government of Sierra Leone in commitment is this. Mr. Mambu get the privilege for being a civil society activist. You can say in your own personal views, in your opinion, which because we live in a free society in Asalo, it's welcome. The only side where I would disagree with and small, now we say in the release and say we don't reach a point of no return. Then go as far as say, Lord, we withdraw we ambassador. Ambassador na Guinea. The work they do is so work will get thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Sierra Leoneans in Guinea. You know they say again because you catch me cocoa. Now, you know, Englishman say you need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We get so many areas where they collaborate with Guinea. The military leader been just there. We share intelligence. Doing that with Kunaya, we work with Guinea very closely for catch some of them bad people. We go try for hide day. We exchange so many things. We share trade. If the Guinea border lock, if you want to talk this talk, the border open, people they go and come. That's commerce and a huge contribution to the economy. You know, the acts again as a state based on emotions alone. You therefore act in a strategic way. So we believe, say, diplomacy can be a painful and an arduous process, but we don't see the fruits of diplomacy for many, many times. And we believe that long process there it will lead to an outcome. We will make me brother gladly. We understand the passion. In fact, we share. Now, Sierra Leoneans, not one for see the video, then they will see. This notion says anybody, you know, most people not like a bully. Nobody not like this notion says somebody try for bully you. And the impression and the way this give. But we want for continue for remain measured. We want for continue for remain strategic. We want for continue for keep our eyes on the ball. And this is simple. We're in a peaceful state. We want for maintain peace. We get very strong ties with Guinea. We want to see how we go continue for build on that tie. In fact, at that tie, they give you the opportunity for engage on their issues here. We Vice President, we His Excellency, the Chief Minister, the entire leadership of the states, we get so many connections to people within Guinea. Look, we collaborate right now from Guinea. We buy electricity. We see the reach point of no return, or constantly back. Then they supply electricity. I would buy day. Okay, technology. This with cable. This landing cable, would they work with Guinea on that? Would they supply for strength with internet now, with telecoms? The levels of connection is so much that you know they allow this thing, serious as it may be. Say law will bring the whole building down, allow burn the entire building. Why? Because somebody don't can jam, it don't reverse stay, it don't jam you get. You say, okay, well we effect now, they burn this building now, all till the pull thing. We will not do that. We will not reach another level there. We believe say we're not going to reach there. Now we responsibility as a state for prevent we from reaching that stage. Because we explore diplomatic options, we continue to engage. If we've been called and not pick, if we've been reach out to them and say, oh, that's if they wake in the morning and count Militsky, scoop their card and swap down our border, then points gun power, then we will talk their language here. But the ambassador there, we engage with her. Instead of one level, bring the temperature down. I don't tell you say the commander na the Falaba and they on side and we on commander, then they talk. Then come together and say this is a misunderstanding. When I follow this one, they say, oh, now you do this, now you do this, then they talk. The chief there, they don't come together and get a meeting and say, no, we want to make peace. My sister, my brother, Lord pick that peace there. Lord friend will resolve this issue because it's good for Salone, it's good for Guinea. And then they go born good picking for you.
All right, why should they try for round up the town where this incident here happened? As Minister of Information, apart from just informing the public about happenings where they go there, Waiting at the modalities then where you and the defense don't put in place now that they don't capture them with soldier mandate for them people then where they let them feel secure or be.
No, we take for the American case we send a very high level delegation led by the chief of the military, chief of defense, chief of staff of the military for go like the border town. As I say now, for go boost morale, for reassure the people them, for strengthening we own military apparatus with it. Again, we don't want to do anything for provoke, for like if you say we get ready for war. We're not getting ready for war. We're not at that stage. We know I want to be absolutely clear on that. We know two people that way they go seek war. And we know they seek war with neighbor. Anybody where they grab no money and say that neighbor I want for fed so to possibly get better sense. We know they do that. We they seek for assure with people them, for make sure say they get the guarantee say they will be safe. Nobody know they can infringe on them. Luckily no civilians were caught up in this incident as far as we know right now, but the team they go and they can verify all that information there and come back to it, and based on that again we get a top commander-in-chief, the leadership team, the security team go decide say okay, and then steps here we need for take, and then steps here we need for now take as well for continue, but the people in that area they for be assured say the government absolutely get them at top of your mind, and we do it too for calm for make sure say they continue for be safe.
All right, Minister, we get one picture where we want to show you. That picture there we see it's an AI generated, but being as a Minister of Information, we want to make you say something to that. It says stop spreading misinformation, let authorities provide accurate updates, maintain peace and public trust. That's now an AI generated picture, but we decide for show you because why we decide for show you these individuals and they were quick for send information.
Exactly.
And then it create tension. Now you see when you go on TikTok sometimes you know everyone for hearing what is going there. So as Minister of Information, what will be your advice to individuals we go quick for send information we will create problem?
First I want to thank you for the AI generated image with the right message, and that not exactly what to even put in that release. Say the government will provide you timely and accurate information. The one thing we don't study peace and war and say the first casualty of conflict, not the truth. The first thing they happen for all manner misinformation, and in fact, they lead to the problem. So in this term, we need for stay. We, the Ministry of Information, get a commitment. We provide timely, accurate updates. We not talk until we don't get the fact. And we'll get the fact, we'll provide that to the people. We'll not keep out, not to shumu government. But please follow the channels of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Listen to trusted media houses like Unity, because as we publish, then say they publish, we position them. We will continue for come around and provide updates. Keep the temperature down. Know say your government is doing the work on your behalf. And please resist the temptation for begin for spread hate message. Now grab the money and say, this girl this in face I feel by Guinean safe. Because Guinean and Sierra Leone and difference no day. At the end of the day, we are one people them. We all get very strong ties with Guinea. Guinea get very strong ties with Sierra Leone. And as a country and as people, we want to make sure say we continue for build on that, because I go benefit we all. The government of Salone dedicated and committed to the peace, stability and the protection of our territorial integrity. I can assure everybody of that, and I make we take 10 steps here we take, but let not allow emotions in this time for spread fake news, lie, inflame people, make people vex, scared, we then call them say, oh now for begin attack each other. Nobody not go win if we do that day.
All right, lastly, circulating posts they go around social media that 124 million day for presidential villas for host ECOWAS heads of state. As Minister of Information, you go confirm that.
In fact, we announced this following cabinet. The cabinet approved 125 million facility for construct a state-of-the-art conference center na Lungi. If I let family understand one thing, Salone want to become a destination for conferences, conference tourism and color. We need for people to get state of right now. If you want to host conference, I get the privilege say why be the purposeful. I hosted the biggest conference in this country for over 50 years. We've been get the Africa Conference on Sexual Health and Rights. We get people from all over the world, all the continents of the world for Canada. The challenge is enormous. If you not get Bintumani, that's it. Even Bintumani, the facilities and not being get elevator and all that, difficult, very difficult for like getting facilities. Hotel facilities for host heads of states or vice presidents or then kind of people, and they extremely difficult for low get even across the city. And for so many people who want for cancer alone, the idea say when they reach here, then they sit inside boat, it discourage them. The country lost money by that. So this government, and I've been part of the Lungi Development Project, and this is just the addendum to that, say, keep in mind, I would already declare say Lungi go become a city as part of the districting plans. So one for modernize Lungi. So Lungi go for be a conference facility center. They will host presidential villas. Now with the ECOWAS, we will do that. We will bring our heads of state there or people at that level of heads of state. We will go for host international conferences there now. People in Ukanaya and other countries they do that. You don't need to come all the way into the capital city, but you reach that side of the airport today. You go for host facility. We believe say this plan, a progressive plan, it align with the government's medium-term national development plans. If it makes strong economic sense, all the steps that we're supposed to take for check on the viability of this plan and for enable we for construct this facility with every Sierra Leonean going to be proud of. That Salone Self will get a modern, state-of-the-art conference facility. We get all the amenities that we're supposed to get for host them. So that's the plan. And by the way, the other thing I have to say to people is this construction and the delivery of this, they happen swiftly in time for Uga for host a major ECOWAS summit here in June. So this plan don't be laid for a long time. This is not just the time we cabinet just done for approve.
Then this June, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This June, cabinet just done for approve the final plan, and the Minister of Finance take and go Parliament, and that debate say they happen at Parliament for because now so the law require that if you raise that kind of resources and you get for invest them in the programs in the country, you need to get the people approval. We believe say go pass Parliament. I'm not even sure. I think that before the second reading with the minister can go for Goliam. We believe say go pass and the work they start immediately for the get that facility for the people of this country. That's something we every Sierra Leonean for be proud of.
All right. In name na Minister Chernoba, in the Master Sabi person waiting talk for the country, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Plenty. Thank you to Ram for honor this week invitation. As I was very much surprised. We're not surprised, happy when he accepts for grant with this interview as this information where it come na the country now we first grantor interview. Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure. I owe you to my chest. So me CSO brother, thank you very much.
I not don't give me last word.
Yes, okay, waiting at you last. Okay, waiting at you last word, sir.
I want actually for let we be very grateful to the government of Sierra Leone, because in terms of civic space and information dissemination from government, this is the first time we where they talk, where they watch, where they collect information. You know, they actually strain forget the information. Because as and when things are happening on the side of government, we had a young man, a very small young man, at the helm of civic education, with swift in the informed way. I really want to tell Chernoba plenty thank you and let it continue. And this is as a result of a background from civil society. Because this is where we learn. When you actually participate in civil society issues and run diligently, you are fit for any position, administrative, political, and other ones, and you can focus. So definitely, under President Bio and under Keno, we know the strength for get the kind of information, because even the Access to Information Commission, they under oath, where they under Ministry of Information and Civic Education for drive the purpose of for all, for get the kind of information, which was unlike before now. Unlike before now. In fact, for some of us, we are thinking that because the Chernobyl body too small, he actually cannot do the work properly. Until I came back to some of the novels that we read, which actually point out to the fact that it is not the coat that matter, but the man in the coat. The man in the coat. And he has proved it. So we dey continue for, we not go talk the same language. For in they talk for government, we they talk for the people, for both the government and the people. In a one person they talk for that, not for the government, because I get a job. For we, now the people they talk for and also for talk for the government, because the entire government say they can't always say we not talk for we. Opposition go talk for who we say we not can't talk, because that's not the interest. But what you all the point at, we for accept is the interest of Sierra Leone, which says the country big pass with all.
Yes, sir.
All of us. All of us they talk, so there will be a time we don't go talk. With generation go pass, then others they can't follow we. But at this time, they let us do what you for do. Do ya, Mr. Minister, tell my brother, President Bio. You see, now 2 foreign things then where I want let President Bio accept. Will they do a comprehensive letter to them?
All right,
very soon. And one of that thing, let not let the younger issue unresolved. And the other thing, where they among people then, now the issue of the Senga visa. The Senga visa, President Bio is on record. We don't meet foreign people across the country than any other person.
All right.
These two let it not let found undone. You understand? Let it not let found undone because it don't meet these people. This that they say when you want send a message to the father. When you get access to the son, just tell the son say, this na message not for you papa, but not for you self. Believe me, when you go tell him papa.
All right, Chas. We had to. We had to.
The president, but for you.
Chas, we had to go. Plenty. Thank you. Indeed, Salon Big Pass. We all go find time for we can discuss this issue as time don't beat. We thank you very much to all the one that we be part of this conversation. To we studio engineer and the producer of this show. Good morning and good night for today.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey are so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion.
You for know about Salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien.
We no go left nothing bien no. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation.